Hello. Let's officially get started here. And we would like to thank you all for popping on. We have a bunch of people popping on and more people popping on. So this is just so much good information. We wanted to make sure everybody had a chance to hear it. And we still have some more people popping on. Thank you guys.
Hi.
Thank you very much for coming. Hi, Bobby. We appreciate having all of you who've popped on right now. So the information that we have for you is from where we were last week in Salt Lake City. Young Living once a year has a convention. This happened to be their 30-year anniversary. So it was bigger and better and international, tons of people, tons of parties, tons of information. So I just want to share a touch of it with you. Those of you who get emails from Young Living probably saw you had a chance to get it virtually. Let me just ask real quick, did anyone get the convention virtually? Go ahead and put your hand up digitally so I can see it. If you got the convention virtually, because I want to encourage you to watch this convention if you went ahead and got it virtually. And I was always thinking the last couple years, I watched the convention virtually and I'm like, that's good enough. It's fine. We can just watch it virtually and we'll get the same information. That is so not true. Well, that is what I found out. And we'll explain to you why. Because my thinking was, I can just kind of do it on my own time, save all that traveling and expense. But no, it was so worth going in person to the convention. So we want to encourage all of you to think about it next year. It's cheaper if you do it now. You can plan if you do it now. You can slowly save your money. We got Airbnbs. Barb, who's here, and I and another friend all shared an Airbnb to make the cost minimal for a room. But the Young Living offers special prices for hotel rooms, but it's just some thinking that it'll be next July 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th. So the 16th through the 19th. And say we have another meeting or yearly convention we need to go to at the same time. Well, you can cancel and you'll get a full rebate by December. I think it's December 31st. You have until then to change your mind. But the point would be just go ahead and buy that ticket now so you're ready to go and you pay for the ticket. And then later, a few more months, you can find an Airbnb that you want or a hotel room if that's your thing. But if you have an Airbnb, you can cook. You can make your own coffee. You're all set. So these are just some ideas I want to throw at you. I had never done this before, so I had no idea what was involved. I just knew an Airbnb would be cheaper than a hotel room. So that's why we did it that way. And we just ate in the room. We only went out to eat all together. Someone in our upline paid for that meal, and that's really the only meal that we ate out. We just ate things. We had a refrigerator, we had a coffee maker, so we were all set. But let me just encourage you, get the ticket now. You can always change your mind and cancel through December. But if you wait till December or January to get the ticket, it's more expensive. So what are the benefits of going to convention in person? Well, uh, several of us who are here went in person. They can all tell you their fun little things, why they enjoyed it. But I just want to tell you that there are so many more workshops and talks that you get when you're there that you do not get on the virtual one. It's not like everything you can get at the in-person convention is the same as the virtual. That's what I thought. I thought it was all the same information. It's not. And not only are you missing this, but I had someone on my team years ago went and they were telling me all about it. And the thing that hit me that I got to do that I was so excited about, I think you all would be excited about, is they have an expo. And at this expo, every single essential oil that Young Living has is in a little dish and you can pick it up and smell it. You can put it on the bottles there. You can smell it. You can read the ingredients. To me, I always wanted to do that. I mean, it was amazing. And I just happened to have something going on in my head one day. So I had my scanner and I scanned myself and I came up with my 5 top oils for my issue. And I ran around the expo and I used all those oils. It was just like all at my leisure to grab and put on. That was so much fun. But just to a lot of the oils I have, but some I don't. So you could go and smell them and see what they were like, see how they hit you. try before you buy. Well, that definitely was there. Not only was that there that I really, really loved in person, but they have the trees. They had like 5 or 6 different trees that they distill in the expo. So you could see the difference between this pine, ponderosa pine, and Idaho blue spruce. I mean, the trees were there. You could see it, you could smell it, you could touch it. That was absolutely amazing. And not only did they have all that, but when I won the trip to Hawaii and Javen and I went to Hawaii, we went to the Royal Sandalwood Farm. Well, they also have an area where they have all the different owners of the different farms there. So I saw the man. It was very special to us, the Royal Sandalwood Farm, not because we just got to understand Royal Hawaiian Sandalwood and why it's even called Royal Hawaiian Sandalwood. That would be because the family that has this farm are royalty in Hawaii. So they made sure we understood it's not just sandalwood. This is Royal Hawaiian Sandalwood. But anyway, the man who owns the partners with Young Living on the sandalwood farm was there. He was there when we were in Hawaii, and he had a golf cart that he drove us all around. That was just so special to me. And he told us stories about being with Gary Young and how he got affiliated with Young Living and why he did it. And I saw that man last week at Young Living's expo. So, and he remembered me. He remembered Javen, and his son was there and his wife was there, and they all remembered us. That was just a lot of fun to get to chat with the owners of the farms. And I got to talk to the owners of the South African farm. I told them that I lived in Africa, and they were telling me they've only been with Young Living for 2 years, but they distill all the tea tree. And why they love Young Living, because their standards were off the charts high. And that just met with Young Living. When Young Living came to talk to them, they vetted the farm to see if it was a quality that they wanted. These are things you could never get virtually. You could not really understand the company and the product if you don't go. So let me encourage all of you to go ahead and get your ticket and go. And here's just a few other little things that I want to share with you. I have lavender seeds from the lavender farm. This is something that you cannot get unless you're there at the expo. And I also have, I don't even know what this is, some kind of flower seeds. I'm going to try to grow them and not kill them. For me, that'll be a major thing. They just have so much. I got a gift of this beautiful little roller. They have a YL gear. I'm not going to say who got this for me, but thank you. They have where you can get all kinds of little Young Living things. It says right on here, Young Living. It's a little roller to put in your purse, which I absolutely love. And they had different places. They had parties every night. One of the funnest parties was the Gatsby party. They had a fancy awards gala. They had Ningxia Red. When we went to tour the corporate office, we had done that before when I was there for Silver Retreat. But when we toured the corporate office, they had Young Living pouches of Ningxia Red that we grabbed and consumed. The other places, they had Einkorn Crunch. There was a special room that I got to go to, that Einkorn Crunch. They had Ningxia Zing. I mean, just so many things that we got to do by being there in person. I got to walk across stage with this cute little flag that says silver, and Claudia did too with her gold. I don't know if she has her flag to show you guys. They have all these little stickers to grab, and at the summer soiree, they gave us this cute little fans. I mean, there's just a lot of benefits if you're in person. And every single person who registered for the convention got one of these backpacks. It's padded. It's just a really neat backpack. You can see here, it says Young Living Essential Oils on it. And it's just, I mean, we have this forever. So you might have a little bit of an expense in getting that ticket, but it is so worth it. So those were some of my takes, not talking about the products, and why it's so great to just go there in person. And I hope all of you take it seriously. Go ahead and you can go to your account and you can sign up now to get your ticket for in person for next year. Something comes up, you can always change it. So Claudia, do you want to share why you were happy you were there in person?
I was happy to be with the girls in person. The first night we left, I'm going to tell you something because I'm going to end up talking about one of my favorite products that were released. Actually, there's 2 favorite products that I needed, but we stayed overnight at the hotel Tuesday night, because our flight was out Wednesday. The hotel that we were at had fragrance coming through the vents. And you guys are going to see one of our releases that we got. It is online from other companies that also want your home to be fragrant. So toxic fragrance, synthetic fragrance affects me like I'm a canary now. My body reacts to it right away. I lost my voice for most of convention, and I was still so happy to be there because I got to be with Chris, I got to be with Barb, I got to be with Penny, I got to be with Karen. Karen was my roommate. You get to know your people a little bit more intimately. At first, I felt a little bit overwhelmed, but the expo, I have a lot of Young Living oils, a lot. Every oil that Young Living has made was on tables, and I got to douse myself with rose oil. If I made the videos, you saw the rose oil dripping off of me. I doused myself with neroli. I doused myself with jasmine, with the sacred frankincense, with all the tree oils. Some of the oils that I don't normally have, the oils from Japan, hinoki. I got to meet people, and Chris did too. We got to meet people from, I met people from Japan, Holland, Romania, Mexico, of course. But the Japanese guy that I got to walk the stage with, he had the oil from Japan, from the farms in Japan. And it's not released in the States yet. It was the shell ginger. And so when you go to convention and you meet people, people will share with you what they have. So, I was coughing, I was hacking, and instead of people running away from me, which I would have done, they ran towards me and they gave me cough drops, or they said, have you tried this? Have you tried that? So I could function. I didn't have a fever or anything. It was, my throat was a hot mess. My voice disappeared, but I think that was really good for a time period because I got to listen instead of doing a lot of talking. The training, if you can't go in person, because I couldn't go in person the first few years, to grab a virtual ticket and to have access to the education, because that's all I've been doing today. I've been listening to the training videos. I've been listening to Deep Spectra, which this was released last year. In our team, it was a blip of nothing because most of our team, not only did they not go to convention, they didn't get the virtual ticket. And so you missed out on a gold mine. And we're going to talk about why this is exciting right now. But I enjoyed being up close and personal and being reminded as to why this company is different. So everything that you got to see that was released, we got to touch it. The boost powder, I had so many boost shots during the day. The Ningxia red shots on gala night, we drank and drank, not liquor, but we drank Ningxia, and it felt mighty fine. It was Barb's first time. Well, all of us, it was our first time at convention, but Chris and I have been out there because of our retreat. So it's a big difference when Young Living pays the whole ticket. And then when we had to pay for something, me and Chris were like, oh, we have to pay for that. We didn't pay for that on retreat. But everything else, what we got from Young Living in person surpassed the price of my ticket. So I want to say, they take care of you. They take care of you. They want you to leave knowing Young Living on a whole different level.
Thank you. I was just wondering, I just wanted to add something that was like my favorite thing. The expo was great, but there's actually something that being in person surpassed that to me, that they had a section that I did Wednesday morning, I think it was, or Wednesday afternoon. It's called the kitchen table. So if this is something you're thinking about as a business, or even if not, you could choose. I chose most of the business tables. We got to choose 3 different tables that we wanted to go to, and there was nothing but other people who are doing what you're doing. So if you were interested in growing your business, you could choose the business topics. If you wanted to know about the product, you could choose product topics. and you sat around a table and everybody shared why something about that topic. And I learned so much just from those other 10, I think it was about 10 people on that same table with me. I mean, it was amazing the information that was thrown at me. And I'm going to throw it at you guys Monday on our business meeting. That 10 minutes we have is going to take me a while to get through it all. But that to me was, you could never get that virtually. When you're listening to these people who have already made this a business easily without wasting a lot of time, then they gave me a lot of really beautiful ideas that I want to share with you all. So I was just wondering if Barb wanted to share something, why she thought it was great to be at the convention in person. Go ahead if you would.
Well, really for a lot of the same reason that you did, because you got so much more information there. You got to check the products, you got to, during the expo, you got to see all kinds of wonderful things and test them and try them. Yeah, it was actually, I was kind of a little overwhelmed with all of the information that we got. Very educational. There's nothing like it. There was absolutely nothing like it. And Claudia's right. You don't get the same information when you just do the virtual. You get a lot of information from the virtual, but it's not the same. You know, I really appreciated being able to go do some hands-on things and just the different talks and the education to me was absolutely priceless. And of course, being with all the girls, I really enjoyed that and getting to know you guys a little bit better. I think that was tops, to be honest with you.
Me too. That was a lot of fun. So if any of you out there are thinking about doing this next year, or you're going to go ahead and take my advice and see the benefits of signing up now, you go into your virtual office and you'll see a option to go ahead and pay for that now where it's cheap instead of waiting till it's expensive. Then you can cancel it if you need to by December. Maybe we could all get places near each other. So that would be fun, or one big place where we could all share it. So, I mean, these are just some ideas I'm throwing out there, but there was nothing like being there in person. It was amazing. Okay, so now we want to tell you about some of the releases, but first, I thought I'd just show you something cute. Oh, go ahead, Claudia.
Claudia has some.
Karen, was her first time going too. Did you want to ask her what she enjoyed?
I think she kind of wasn't able to do that right now. Yeah, maybe another
Okay.
time. Yeah. But this is something that was fun. I didn't even know that I had an option to get one of these. But I had this cute little black bag that's silky and says Young Living Essential Oils. And then I got this little thing from them because I was there in person. And if you open this up, let me show you what's in here. I just showed David real quick. I haven't had time to do anything. I just unpacked today. But you open this up and you go, Claudia might have one of these she might want to show you too. And isn't this neat? It's all glass. So I gotta be careful I don't crash it. But they gave me this cute little trophy and they engraved my name on it that says Young Living Silver. I just thought that was cute. I didn't even know there was such a thing. But anyway, that was another benefit for being there in person. I guess you don't get them if you're not there. Just thought I'd share that with you. Okay, let's start talking about some of the products that were released. So hopefully we've convinced you all of the benefits of signing up to go in person. We've talked about this too. We're in Florida and a lot of you all are in California. It's so much easier and cheaper for you to get there. You could drive. But anyway, just throwing that out there, go ahead and get that ticket. And so we'll all there was 5 of us that were together this year. But next year, maybe we'll be 10, 15. We'd have that much more fun. Go ahead, Bobby. Did you want to ask something?
Yeah, I wanted to know, what is the price of the ticket?
Is it 175 now?
It's on special right now for 150.
But is that,
it-
they had said that was only if you were there in person. It's somewhere between.
No, it's right now. You can get it for 150. It says it on the website.
For everybody, not that you didn't have to be there in person. So this is the time to go because it goes up to 225, right? Wasn't it 225 at the end?
It'll be through Sunday, it is 150, and then Monday it goes up to 175, and then after December 31st, it goes up.
And it just keeps going up. So don't wait. This would be the thing. If you can, oh, sorry, we got some thumbs up going on. Woo, now we got some fireworks. All right. That's the way I feel. But the more the merrier. The more people we have, the more fun we have. But what products were released? Let's start talking about sleep. And I have some videos for you. I'm not sure they're going to play, but let me try and figure this out, how I can show it to you. Let's see if this is possible, if it's going to show it for me. I think it might. I think it might. Maybe not. Let's give it a second and see if I can show this to you guys. This is from Young Living itself. This is actually not a video, I don't think, but I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so you can see what I'm talking about here. All right. This is from Young Living's Facebook page. Thought it was a video. Is it a video? Nope, doesn't look like it's video. Okay, so sleep. There are 70% of people out there who do not get enough sleep. We had so much information on sleep. If we don't sleep, our brains shrink. Just throwing that out there. If you lose 1 hour, you need between 7 and 8 hours of sleep. And if you don't get that, then what will happen is your brain actually shrinks. And there's a lot of different reasons they talked about that your brain can shrink, but sleep. So there's 3 products. These are 2 of the 3 products that were released for sleep. So let me go ahead and pull that down. And Claudia, do you want to talk about, do you have the new diffuser? That's the only thing I did not get. I got all the new products, but I did not get the big new diffuser.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you my sad story. This is the only product I got. So I mailed it to myself, and this came separate. This is the biggest one in demand. If you look online, you know, like the plugins that people put fragrance in, they now have this type of diffuser that you can plug with stinky, horrific stuff in. And a lot of the hotels use it. So I use this today. I put Clarity on because I had to go online to do Clarity. And I'm going to tell you something truthful. I have a diffuser that diffuses only the oil. And I've used it when I've had pneumonia. I've used it when I've been very sick and I've locked myself in the bathroom and it runs like for 10 minutes or 15 minutes. And it's like a hit in the best way possible. So this one I plugged in today. I used Clarity. You don't see any mist. You don't see any vapor because no water is in it. And it is the first time in a week that my breathing was all the way deep. I don't know how to explain it. Have you ever breathed so deep, like you breathe from your diaphragm? It feels like air is coming from your belly button. That's the sensation I got. And I'm like, oh my goodness. And it was just a couple of minutes, but my voice came back. Chris said I still have a monster voice, but compared to what I've sounded this week, this is Julie Andrews, people. This is Julie Andrews. I was able to breathe with every section of my lung. My husband came in from work. I plugged it in our bathroom because the plug is higher, and my husband's sense of smell is gone a lot of times. And Dr. Ali talked to us in person, and if you got a virtual ticket, you can hear it. He said, if you can't smell, you don't have health. So that's a big wake-up call for a lot of people, because since 2020, there's a lot of people that have lost their sense of smell. If you have brain issues, if you have memory issues, if you have, like, I can't go through the diseases, but it's connected to your inability to smell. So if you were to get this diffuser or the alarm clock, because that I have coming in too, both of the diffusers that were released this year only diffuse oil, no water whatsoever. It's very intense. you feel it. And I put it in for my husband when he came in from work because I was so excited. He's like, I can't smell it. I can't smell it. I can't. And then 2 minutes in, he says, I smell it. And that for me was like, whoa, you know, because he has to take care of his memory. If you have a loss of smell, you have a loss of brain mass. It was just very, very sobering. If you have a loss of smell, it will contribute to how long you are on this earth. So longevity and your ability to smell. I didn't know smell was a necessity. And you don't smell with just your nose. Dr. Ali talked about every organ in your body has the ability to smell. So if you're going to smell something, and the fragrance department in the world is $1 billion company, how important is it to you to reach out to people and say, listen, you need to breathe in plants. You were designed, you were created to be outdoors. And so Dr. Ali was even, you know, encouraging, smell the earth, smell plants, smell flowers, smell food. And so you don't want to bring anything man-made, anything synthetic. If you're an asthmatic like me, you are signing a certificate. But even if you think you're above it, even if you're like, no, it doesn't give me a headache. No, it doesn't. It affects you just the same. Just think about the canary. When big burly men go into a mine and the canary drops dead, none of those men say, well, it's the canary. It's a little bird. It was kind of frail. They all run out of the mine because they know that whatever they can't see, whatever they can't smell, it's going to kill them. That's what toxic fragrance is for us. And so this is going to be a hit, especially for friends and family that are addicted to synthetic air fresheners, candles, plug-ins, sprays, what have you. This is going to be the biggest thing in demand. And I feel a little bit sad that it has a little bit of red tape right now. They do have stock in. So I do encourage you, when you're able to get it, grab it.
I have one too. And what is really neat about this is it is a plugin. That is what it is. And how exciting that you can take our spring, summer, winter, fall blends and you can just put them in there. Like Claudia was saying, it's just the oil. You don't have to worry about getting your water and getting it all set up. And not only that, so say your plug doesn't work this way, it swivels and you could put it in the other way. This plug swivels any direction. So isn't that neat? I think that's pretty neat. But most exciting to me about that, besides the ease of turning it on, is all you do is you take your phone and you go to the app and you turn it on. Right here is the Young Living app. Let me see if I can open it for you guys here. That's it. So you can just schedule when you want it on, when you want it off. If with the larger one, there's 2 places for 2 different bottles of oil. And so with that one, you can have one in the morning to wake up, one to go to sleep. And the neat thing about the larger diffuser is it's not just scent. It's not just a diffuser. It's an alarm clock. It uses light technology to wake you up. It'll get brighter and brighter and brighter. And then to put you to sleep, it gets softer and softer and softer light. So it's light therapy, it's scent therapy, it's sound therapy, because they have recorded sounds from nature that you can also listen to. So all of that is in the other diffuser. It was just bigger and pricier, so I didn't get that. I got everything else that was at the convention, but that one I didn't get. But hearing more about it, I actually didn't hear the talk at the convention about the diffusers. I just knew this plug-in one was for me because it's a hassle to get your water and get it all together. Go ahead, Rochelle. Do you want to share something?
No, but I did have a question. Does the diffuser heat the oil up?
No.
Okay. And
And
then,
I want to tell you something, Rochelle. A lot of my team felt that they had enough diffusers. They weren't excited about this one. This is a different experience. It's a different experience, especially if you're recovering from anything respiratory connected or immune system related.
Yeah.
got it.
I mean, some of those talks, you guys aren't going to get to hear them. It's just so much information from Dr. Ollie. We all love Dr. Ollie. He's such a scientific person who puts it in a way that we can understand it. And I had some graphics, but I didn't really get them together for you guys.
I got them. I got them on the education page, girls. And if you have a virtual ticket, I listened to Dr. Ali again today,
Yep.
and
I
he
heard
has
2
all
of
his graphics there. Yeah.
Yeah, I listened to 2 of his talks today too, but he's so plain on how important it is to diffuse. If you want your brain to work right, diffuse, not only do you have to sleep, some of his talks were about sleep, diffuse, diffuse, diffuse. Like Claudia was saying, that's just so interesting. New technology is you have olfactory receptors on your skin, on your heart, you have on your liver, every single organ. They're just finding this out, that there's receptors to grab these chemical constituents from scent that they didn't even know. Science never knew it was there before. So the up and coming thing is scent, and how it works on the body, scientists don't understand it yet. Okay, so the 2 diffusers, this beautiful plug-in that does not need water, and there's buttons. If you're not an electronic person, you can just push the buttons on and off if you want to. Those 2 diffusers, that was a big release that they had. And moving on, we're going to talk about some of the other sleep things. One of them is the super magnesium. So I remember, I don't remember who, if it's you, please tell me, because somebody on my team was asking me, does Young Living have magnesium? But they just had magnesium with calcium before in a powder, but this is a supplement. I haven't opened it up yet. Haven't had time between hubby's surgery and getting 5 canceled flights or whatever it is from Delta. It was a nightmare, but we made it home. My husband had his surgery, and now I have my things to talk to, and I get to start using them. Here they go. They're a tablet, and Young Living says take 3 a day, but I found with Young Living's different supplements, you can even take half of what they say. So I'm just going to start out with 1 a day and just see how it goes. But what is special about this little tablet, why you should think about having the Young Living magnesium? Well, it has 300 different functions in your body, magnesium. A lot of people like Calm that has a lot of magnesium in it, but why not buy from your own store and get 20-25% back? And where does the Young Living, this was also, I think it was Dr. or Mark Burnett is another one of their scientists. His talk, this has in it melon juice. Why is there melon juice in here? There's melon juice in here because it helps your body absorb magnesium. I mean, just Young Living and all their science and all their research is amazing. This magnesium, when it's paired with, there's another different supplement we're going to talk about called Deep Night Essence. Let me get the name straight. So when you put those 2 together, I mean, you are all set for a great night's sleep. But magnesium calms your nervous system. Magnesium is great for your immune system and a healthy night's sleep. So magnesium is beautiful for the body. Get this too, why they would consider this as part of their sleep bundle, because magnesium helps your body make melatonin. If you have magnesium in your system, you're more able to make melatonin. So the melon juice that's in here comes from France, and they did research on which type of magnesium. There's all these different types of magnesium that they could put in their supplement. And to me, that was super interesting. They said it doesn't matter. They did so much research. It does not matter which, as long as it's food-based kind of magnesium, natural to your system, not synthetic, that you absorb them all the same. But of course, that melon juice will help you to absorb it. But the magnesium in Young Living super magnesium is from the coast of Ireland, which has very clean water on it. So to me, that was all special information about, you know, a lot of people just look at the label and say, oh, how much is in there? Oh, not much. But we know when there's essential oils in a product, you absorb 3 times more. So it is just a super special type of magnesium. If you guys are taking magnesium, think very seriously about taking Young Living's also, they didn't do one big pill because a lot of people who take magnesium, it upsets their stomach. So that's why they broke it into 3 different segments. They say 3 pills a day. So you don't have upset stomach from this magnesium you might get from other magnesiums. Anyway, that's what I had about super magnesium. Claudia, do you have something you'd like to share about it?
Yeah, there's a lot of the supplements that I take from Young Living that have magnesium. So really pay attention to Chris that you might not need 3. Start low. And if you know yourself, like if you know someone whose eye twitches or who has the kicking leg syndrome, that is a sign that you need magnesium. So if you know you need magnesium, if you're super low on it, you might want to buff it up. But like I take the unwind before bed, that has a lot of magnesium. So when I get mine, I'm also going to do one right before bed.
Perfect. Barb, did you want to share anything else? Okay, Bobby, you have a question for us?
Yeah, no, I wanted to share also, I use magnesium. I don't use the one from the Young Living. I like to find out how much it is and maybe order it, but I use it for the legs when I have cramps. And that keeps me from having the cramps. My toes cramp up all the time, my hands, my fingers. If I do something, they cramp up. So the magnesium has helped me with that. Yeah.
Perfect. Dee, did you want to add something?
Claudia said at what she takes. What was that? Claudia, I missed the last part of it.
Unwind. There's
It-
a lot of supplements from Young Living. If you look them up or if you look at what you have, if you go into your account and you type up magnesium, you will have products that come up that have magnesium. If
Sure.
you're already on them, but you need more magnesium, because I know I do, I'm very excited about the supplement that's only magnesium, so I can add it to what I normally take per day.
Okay.
It's made
I
for
th-
children. Dee, it's made for children, really. It's like in a pixie stick.
Oh, okay.
It's called Unwind.
Yeah. Okay. Thank
You're welcome. Okay, moving on. So we have the magnesium, we have the new go to sleep, wake up alarm, scent, sound diffuser, and then we have deep night essence. So this is a super special product. This again is another supplement, which I just dropped. Here we go. That's what it looks like. And it has in here spearmint. It's just one of the things. I thought that was so neat. So we like spearmint in general. A lot of people like the scent. So they put some of the spearmint oil in there. But what is interesting is they took some other spearmint that they put in here that is not really fragrant at all. It's natural, of course, but it's great for sleep. And so so there's both in there is what I understood from what I heard in the talk, that the not such a scented spearmint is the one that's better for sleep. So they put it in there, but because we like it, they also put the spearmint oil in here that we're used to. But it helps encourage healthy sleep habits. There is no melatonin in here. So how can this encourage us to have a great night's sleep? Well, it supports your body's natural sleep cycle, and it has in here a blend. They call it a proprietary night blend. In there, there's spearmint and there's green tea. So why would they put green tea in there? Green tea, there's no caffeine in the green tea that they've put in the deep night essence. None. But it is great for healthy neurotransmission, which we need to sleep well. And green tea is great for relaxation, and it's super for your sleep cycle. So there's also Melissa oil in here. We all know about Melissa oil, one of those super pricey oils. It's in here and it helps your body with stress. So all of this is in this deep night essence. It's made to take regularly, like a melatonin supplement. You really shouldn't take it regularly. You shouldn't take it all the time. But this is in here because it's made that you can take it all of the time. So I haven't started taking these yet, but I am going to start. If you have issues with sleep, you should see what that was like, I don't know, 70, 80% of the people. no, you know what there was a number they had. It was 70 to 85% of doctor's visits have to do with stress and not enough sleep that people have. Something like that. But it was outstanding how many people have issues with sleep. But if you want to have a product that you can take regularly, that's not gonna mess with your sleep cycle, but help your sleep cycle, Deep Night Essence. So that's what I've got on this one. Claudia, you have some more information?
Yes, I got the Deep Spectra. So this is a reason, let me just tell you, give you a little flashback. Last year, because hardly anybody got the virtual ticket, I got the virtual ticket. I couldn't afford to travel out west last year. So the Deep Spectra, 3 Deep Spectra oils were released. And it is just real in simple terms, it's an oil times 5. So if you use frankincense, let's just say you're a woman and you use frankincense on the breast area. The Deep Spectra, you multiply times 5, and all Deep Spectra oils, I think last year, with the exception of one, you can use internally. So this is the frankincense. We got the other one. What was the other drip drop called? What was it? Do you remember, Chris? The one
Yeah,
with
we'll get to
vitamin?
that. I have it right here. Yeah. I
Okay.
was just wondering
So
if you have anything you wanted to add about the Deep Night Essence or no?
Yeah, the Deep Night Essence, I'm excited because it's not just older ones that have sleep issues. If you have one night of not sleeping, that could push you in the diabetic sphere. It was very sobering. It was very sobering because sometimes we think, oh, I sleep 4 hours or I sleep 5 hours, but your brain, your body needs so much more than that. And he also gave extra detail about sleeping in 15 minutes. 15 minutes is a game changer. So sometimes, it's like all this week since I've been home, I am nice and slow about waking up. And it helps you with your immune system. It helps you emotionally. It helps you with making decisions. And I think a good night's sleep is your first domino step in having a healthier lifestyle.
Okay, before you go on to the Deep Spectra, I do have a video that I can show you that I found very interesting from Young Living also. So this is from their page. Here we go. I don't know if you guys can hear it because I can't hear it. Here we go. Let's see if we
Is
can hear it.
essential. But let's be real. Your brain doesn't always turn off just because the lights do.
She sells seashells, but what does this thread count? Should I cut my bangs again?
So when life keeps you up at night, we've got you covered. Winding down has never been easier when you start with Super Magnesium. It'll help leave the stressors of the day behind for a better tomorrow. Next up, Deep Night Essence, our melatonin-free supplement that will help promote more restful sleep and allow you to wake up the next day without feeling drowsy. When it's time to hit the pillow again, use the Wake Up Light Sunset feature for your aroma connector to lull you to dreamland in a more natural way. Combined with the diffusion of your favorite relaxing aroma, your body can rest assured it's going to get the rest it deserves. Then rise and shine with the natural sunrise feature, allowing you to wake the way nature intended, so you can supercharge your day the natural way. Introducing Nature's Way to a restful night's sleep.
Okay, I'm glad you guys got to see that. Yeah, at least one of those videos I wanted you to see. Now, did you want to add something else about where'd it go? The frankincense times 2?
The frankincense, Deep Spectra, they mentioned heavy duty things we can't mention on social media. So if you are using frankincense for health products, or even think of any of the products that have frankincense, like longevity, inner defense, anything that has frankincense in it, if you understand what it does for the bloodstream, if you understand what it does for the brain, if you understand what it does for your personal oxygen, putting 1 to 2 drops underneath your tongue is a game changer. So the ones of us that grabbed this, did you grab this last year, Chris? The Deep Spectra? Did you get it last year? You did? Okay, so this was
Sorry,
just something.
I was muted. Yes,
You
I
gave
had
it
last
to
year.
David, right?
Yes,
You gave it to
David.
David? Okay, so Javen lived on it, but we sold out of it the minute it was opened up to the public, and we had to wait a year. Young Living is putting a patent on how this is made. So this is the only oil that uses other oils to extract it. It's a heavier oil. It's not for the diffuser. It's either for internal use or for topical use. And if you're going to use it topically, know the part of your body that needs it. For example, if you want it to give support to the liver, then it would go on the liver or internally. If you wanted to support your brain, it would go inside your brain, or on the outside. You can't touch the inside of your brain, or you could put it on your thumb and touch it to the roof of your mouth. Frankincense and the brain and the properties that this has, the compounds that this has. I was listening to Dr. HK today. Dr. HK overwhelms me. He is a genius, and I guess I'm not. It's so much. I understand the gist, but more importantly, because I use this since last year, if I had something in my mouth that needed to heal, if I needed to work on a cellular level, this oil on the sore or in my mouth, or it made a difference within a day. This is no joke. So that you're part of the company that's extracting essential oil in a completely different way is groundbreaking. And they're working to do deep spectra for the future with CBD products. But right now, this CBD frankincense, it's gold.
Thank you. Deep spectra. This is, yeah, it's just amazing. If you had a chart of what's in here, here's where it ends with the frankincense, and they add all these other natural chemicals with the deep spectra. So you get the benefits of our frankincense times 2. So they call this frankincense times 2. And I think Lisa wanted to share something. Go ahead, Lisa, what you wanted to share.
Oh, I mean, it's those 2 that you mentioned, the magnesium and the deep sleep, and a pack of 30 Ninja packets are the only thing we can order on loyalty from the convention. And the reason I wanted to mention that is I wanted to try all these things, but if you're a loyalty order person, that's the only one. And it's $189, includes both of those and the whole packet. $199 costs. Remember to get that extra $1 so you get your free stress away too. Make sure it's $199, but make sure it goes to $200 to get the extra stress away. I just want to add that.
Thank you. Perfect. So, I mean, I'm going to run out of time here. I've got so much to share with you guys, but let me just go through it quick, and then maybe next week we'll add a little bit more. There is a new release for your cellular support, phytonutrition. It's phytonutrients. And this is amazing. This is, as you can see, in a dropper. But why do we need phytonutrients? What are they? They're all these different little nutrients that we just don't get in life in general. And with Young Living, I have so much more that I wanted to share with you guys, but I'm not going to keep you here too long. But this has in it everything that you're not going to get in general, just to make sure your body's not going to work right if you don't have all the basics. So this is something, maybe we'll talk about it more next week. Also, this is something Lisa was asking me about, Inner Boost and Balance. So this is an amazing, amazing product, because this is our Pixie Stick product. I didn't even open it. I'm going to open it with you guys here. Inner Boost and Balance. So the B vitamins, this is like for your skin, and this is like a Pixie Stick of a multiple vitamin. What I thought was interesting is it comes from my grandparents' hometown. It comes from Sicily. The blood orange that is in here is from Sicily, right near Mount Etna, that you probably saw just erupted recently. But it makes everything so bioavailable. It has antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, prebiotics. It's great for your immune system, healthy skin, cognitive fitness, and energy levels. So it's like one and all. It's like an interesting way to get master formula into your system, and then skin support too, if you want healthy skin. but you can absorb it better when it's like this. But what I liked, a point that I liked listening to the information about this, I was going to actually put it in a glass and share it with you guys, but I don't have time. So what I liked about it is that you can drink, this is made to drink, but it is just everything all in one. So inner in it, and they made it a price where we can afford it. Inner boost and balance. And another thing about this too is that not only did they make the price effective, but the B vitamins are from quinoa. And they said it's from food, so you absorb it that much better. Might have a little bit of a nutty taste. I didn't think it was nutty. Did you think it was nutty, Claudia?
I
We-
drank it in water. No, it has a little bit of an aftertaste, but I felt it with my wellness journey out in Utah because I was suffering. So I was chugging those samples as much as I could. Did you say about 8 ounces of water? Did you say that, or did I miss that?
You put it in a glass of water. That's all I said. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And they encourage you to mix it with Ningxia. They made all kinds of drink blends for it if you wanted a wellness drink in the morning or, you know, something before bed. I got my little stuff I
good.
ordered. I got excited.
Show us. She got to run across the stage too. Did they
And
put
you
your
know
name
what
on
the
it?
best is? Yeah, my name's right there.
Beautiful.
It's under there. But I appreciated meeting people internationally. Did you meet a lot of people international, Chris?
Yes, they were everywhere. There was so many people. Yes. Here's just real quick because we're going to run out of time here, but you guys are welcome to stick around if you want to hear more. They have a lavender legacy collection, and this is just so neat. I mean, I can never have enough lavender, but this is lavender through the years. It's a 30-year convention from Young Living, but you have a lavender and a lavender label from every phase of Young Living's history. So that is just the neatest thing. I was excited about this.
That's nice.
Isn't that
Yeah.
beautiful? Yeah.
Yeah.
And just there was also it really smells amazing. It has some beautiful oils in here. Don't really have time to talk about it, but it's the convention oil called Legacy. So this is really, really a special oil that you guys can probably order
Yes.
soon. Yes. And Thieves is now updated. So it's keeping up with the times, what people want. The label is very detailed so people can know what they're getting. And that's about it for, Barb, go ahead. Did you want to add something else? Feel free.
I have to say about the Legacy, when I first smelled it, I was speechless. It is so beautiful. And of course, when I got it home today, that was the first thing I did to check. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I think the wonderful thing about it is it's actually made up of 3 blends. And it's just, like I said, when I first smelled it at convention, it blew me away. I just had to share that.
Do you remember what the 3 blends are? Go ahead and tell us if you do.
Shutran is one.
Is it
Valor,
Espresso Way?
Valor, Shutran, and
Is it Stress Away? No.
I don't
Believe?
remember.
It is,
have
I
to-
mean, it is awesome, guys. It's like kind of flowery, but also kind of manly. It is just, if you can get a chance to get this, if you love a nice strong blend, you'll love it.
It's
What is that?
Valor. It's Valor, High Potential, and Shutran.
Yay! You did it! You did it! Those are some of the
Down
most
so I wouldn't
expensive-
forget.
Great
It's on
job.
the education page too. So if you're on the education page, we've posted all the graphics detailing all the new products. So if we miss something and you're on Facebook on the education page, just type it in. It's in there.
Perfect. So that is just like in a little synopsis what we experienced last week, and we hope you guys join us next year. that we can experience this all together and have that much more fun. The more the merrier. That's why I view it. So I'm going to say good night now, but those of you on Zoom with me, stick around and ask any questions. Thanks for joining. Bye.